do, Yankees universe? Welcome to the debut episode of the Yankees pregame report. It is your guy Hector, and I'm hanging out with my compadres this after evening because we're like at 5 o'clock. I got my guy Damian Serrano, and I got my brother from another mother, my guy Jigga Man. Porto, fellas, how we doing?
Yes, sir. House sweepers.
Oh, yeah. Drop it on
him. Listen, you had to come out fly after that sweep, Tech. So you looking good, good.
First of all, it's a debut episode. The Yankees got a sweep of the Houston Astros, so I felt I had to steal this out of my guy Eddie Presti's closet. Luckily, fit me because Eddie wears a size extra small. You know, your boy's been losing the pounds, and it's looking good.
Little weight loss.
I'm feeling nice.
Looking good.
A little bit. But shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. So I'll throw it over to you.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna warn everybody in the chat right now. Yes, it's only 4 games. But if you don't expect me to be jumping out the damn window this entire episode, just leave. Drop a like, drop a sub, and then leave. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go so in on our boys because you could not ask for a better start. I'm going to slow down. I know you're about to do a roll call, but oh my gosh, there's so much to be happy about. And yet things that we can actually break down a bit too before we go into tonight's game. But man, how could you not be excited after that sweep?
Yes, absolutely. Let's do a little bit of the roll call before we continue. Shout out to my friend from Yankees Twitter, my homie Sierra. Sierra, how you doing? And they put it in there 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0. How you doing? Another 4-0. Shout out to you, Sierra. My guy NFE, the strike zone is in the building. Jacob Petruzzi, did Hector just sell a house? No, actually, I stole this from someone who actually sells houses. My guy, Eddie Presti.
It's a realtor somewhere right now in New York City who's
using a jacket. Shout out my guy Anthony Garcia in the building. My guy Chris N is in the building. Sarge is in the building. Sudi Nail is in the building. My guy Richie Rivera for Empire State of Baseball. Make sure you guys tune in later on tonight. ESB is in full effect. Who else we got in here? Who else?
Can we remix Sunil?
Go ahead.
Can we start doing it like you know, little Su Studio. Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
And my guy Wilson Dang is in the building. The rookie media. Shout out to our guy Halal. Shout out to Eddie and Halal. Salute to them. But I'm gonna throw it over to the new co-host over here. You know, when it comes to Yanks Morning Brew Sports, my guy Damian Serrano. Damian, how are you feeling? And lead the conversation when it comes to this past weekend. The Yankees putting that ass whipping on the Houston Astros.
Let me tell you what. I am through the roof. My voice is still a little hoarse from Saturday. Obviously the biggest thing of them all, Mr. Juan Soto. Oh my God.
Listen, you mean Mr. Player of the Week?
Mr. Player of the Week. Mr. 650 million. Listen, Hal, just give him to take out the checkbook. Don't even wait till the offseason. Throw him a number that he cannot refuse. Kind of like what the Miami Marlins did with Giancarlo. Giancarlo said, please don't show me that number. Do the same with Mr. Juan Soto. But we all know for a fact that Juan wants to be here. It's written all over his face. The joy he has. You could tell the team camaraderie. They all rallying around him. The team is building around him from Oswaldo all the way on down. So, not only does Juan get a big shout out, but Oswaldo Cabrera, give it up for Waldo. We don't win 3 of those 4 games without Waldo. Let's put it out there. Juan Soto did his thing, but Waldo, man, 2 home runs, taking it over. The bullpen, who they had as out of the top 10, listen, we didn't give up a run in 15 innings. So anybody that said the Yankees can't put a bullpen together, y'all know what y'all can eat. And
lettuce. He meant lettuce. Yes, lettuce,
right? Of course. McDonald's. But listen, man, I'm through the roof. 4-0. Going into Arizona tonight. We're gonna make it 5-0. Mr. Luis Hill on the mound. And man, let's I'm super stoked. Let's get it. First pregame.
I love that you brought up Waldo, man, because we were joking about it yesterday with Heck. It was like we all were for 2 seasons saying, "Where's Waldo?" And I was like, you know what? I don't think anybody asked him. You know, like we should have all gone to him and like, where's Waldo? And he would be like,
Absolutely.
yeah, bro, I got you.
Absolutely, man.
Like, shout out to Frank Luna, right? He's been beating the drum on Waldo since last season. Like, every time you talk about him, he talks about not just the character of the guy, but him as a player. And he's like, I'm telling you guys, let him get his chance. So, Frank Luna, shout out to you, bro, because Waldo's killing it, bro.
And not only that, that's a kid that somebody wants to root for. Like, you want to root for this kid. You know what I mean?
And talking about the kids, Damian, right? One thing I want to say about Oswaldo, again, shout out to our guy, Frank Luna. I had the pleasure to interview Oswaldo Cabrera over at Woodside Brewing Company. If you guys at Woodbridge, Woodbridge Brewing Company, if you guys in the tri-state area, make your way out to Woodbridge. But from the beginning of that event till the end of that event, Oswaldo was standing the entire time, signing autographs with the young kids, taking pictures with the young kids. The way that Oswaldo was just with the fans, he won me over, and he will have a Yankee fan for life when it comes to me, the way that I saw him carrying himself. And he's a great representation for the Yankees. When it comes to Oswaldo open in spring training, Yankee fans were throwing this young man in purgatory. Right? Yeah. When the Yankees traded for John Birdie, how many Yankee fans were upset that Oswaldo was in the starting lineup? And without Oswaldo, his offensive output over these past 3 or 4 games, do we even go 4-0? Do we sweep the Houston Astros? Obviously, I definitely don't believe that. I got one news. Shout out to my guy NFE, the Strike Zone, put it in the building. The Yankees signed Jake Cousins to a major league contract, and they selected him to the active roster. The Yankees designated left-handed pitcher Tanner Tully for assignment. Gotta love the chat with the breaking news. My guy NFE.
Cousins. I'll go grab some.
Go grab some.
Let me go look at Mr. Jake Cousins.
I got some folks in the chat I want to shout out. My guy Swifty's in the building. Swift, how you doing? My guy Richie said he wants to be here. Talking about Juan Soto.
He does.
And Sierra says Oswaldo Bonds. Definitely Oswaldo looking like Barry Bonds. And how can you not want to play him? Right, I see the argument. John Birdie, yes, he's a very impactful player. Great glove at third base. We saw it yesterday, and he impacted the game with his bat as well. He got an RBI. But when it comes to Oswaldo, you could tell Aaron Boone really likes this guy. And you reward guys that you see hustle hard, that work hard. The Juan Soto effect is in full effect. The way that Oswaldo admitted that he was following Juan Soto around and his bat and his swing towards the end of spring training started to go with a different motion on it. Instead of trying to hit home runs, he started focusing on line drives, and you see the production just out of that little shift, just looking at Juan Soto. So when it comes to that, you got to give Juan Soto a blank check, and credit to Oswaldo Cabrera, because it's hard to make these adjustments in this game. We here love talking about baseball. We would have loved to be able to play it, but to be able to make those adjustments at the major league level in a short period of time from the last week of spring training to now, it just says a lot of words about him. Go ahead, Damian, and then throw it over to Self. So,
you said it too. Shout out to Aaron Boone. Last year, this time, Oswaldo would have been out of that lineup. So I don't know if it's the Yankees that are like, listen, we're gonna give you more of the reins and let you manage, because let's face it, this is it. This is it's do or die. You don't have an extension at this point. The Yankees can pick up the option, but it's the Yankees' choice to pick up the option. So I hope they're allowing Boone to go out on his shield, so to speak. Not only that, but shout out to James Rosen. From top to bottom.
Shout out.
We're not talking about the hitting coach as much as I think we should, because James Rosen, Oswaldo also talked about how Rosen, put him aside and said, "Listen, why are you going against who you are? You're a hitter. You're not a bomber. You're a hitter. Go out there and hit." And then what he do? He went out and said, "I'm gonna follow Juan Soto. And I'm going to see what Soto's doing." And he noticed, like, the greatest player of our generation is not out there trying to hit bombs. He's going gap to gap, and Juan Soto's first home run, it was Oppo into the Crawford seats. He wasn't pulling balls. And a lot of people are talking about the Yankees and Yankee Stadium with Soto. And
Damian froze.
Damian, but Damian, you look so good frozen. Oh, he's back. All right.
There you go,
back. Yeah, so Soto's not trying to pull balls into the short porch. I'll tell you that right now. Soto's gonna stay within himself. He's gonna go gap to gap. And if anybody thinks he's gonna do that, listen, guys,
Damian got got the boot. The
Oh, man.
boot.
Don't worry,
Man,
Damien.
I feel
Don't
bad.
worry. Hey, anything gonna work out. Damien be back. He was making some solid points though. When you look at the Yankees offense, right? I want to go back to what Damien was talking about with James Rosan. When it comes to the Yankees offense, this is a different offense than it was in 2023. This is a different team than it was in 2023. The 2024 New York Yankees, it has a different feel. When you look at each of the first 4 games of the season, going into that 6th inning, the Yankees were down. Yankees were trailing every game going into the 6th inning. How many times last year, if the Yankees are losing into the 6th inning, are we making comebacks and coming back and winning that game? So far, we've done that every game so far this season. Credit to the bullpen as well. 15 and a third scoreless innings. I know a lot of people love to beat up on Clay Holmes. I get it. He looks a bit rough, but when it comes to the bullpen, shout out to the bullpen. I know we don't want to overuse that bullpen, but the way they've been using it, a couple of guys, multiple innings, I think that's the way the Yankees are going to attack this bullpen. Instead of having guys be ready to go every day, you're going to have guys like Johnny Lasagna, like Michael King last year, who can go 1 appearance, 2 innings, rest for a couple of days, and come back when you need him 2-3 days down the line. Go ahead, so I'll throw it over to you.
Damien spit so much the Wi-Fi couldn't handle it. Well, Richie in the chat. That was great.
Yes,
that was good. No, I mean, here's another big difference from 2023 and 2024. And I said this to Damien when we were off camera. Boone has a complete team.
Yes.
Right? Granted, yes, Cole's out, but it's not because we don't have him as the ace of our team. So the injury aside, he has a complete team. He has depth at the outfield. He has depth in the infield. He has a bullpen he can work with. So again, everybody was going into if Boone doesn't do it this year, he's on the hot seat. Okay, cool. Hey, I think it's only fair if you're going to be on the hot seat, you have all the pieces you need in place to actually do your job. Absolutely. So now you can sit here for this season. You can sit here and say, now you can judge him. Now you can see what he does. Yes, it's only 4 games, but you're seeing change. But again, that's also a credit to the fact that he has an entire roster. Guys, we saw him put a lineup in yesterday that we talked about it. You wouldn't see that lineup last season.
I mean, how often did we say last season that
just chalk it up? Okay, that's it.
Yeah, how often did we say last season that them going 82 and 80 was a blessing in disguise? Yeah, it was an absolute blessing in disguise, because if they don't do that, then Boone doesn't have the team he has this year.
Nope.
So, I guess you got to give a little bit credit to Cashman too, as much as that pains me.
Isn't it crazy? Listen, how much it changes week by week. I love it.
Listen, when you start,
I love you. I love you.
When you start the season 4-0, and before I get into that take, I want to shout out some more people in the chat. My guy Nathan Ramachandra is in the building. Nathan, how you doing? Eric Wallace is in the building. My guy Uncle Grandpa Tats is in the building. That's how you doing? We got Jonathan in the building, and then Sierra says, can we get Johnny Lasagna to not lean cuisine Johnny Lasagna to? Shout out to Sierra in the chat. No, but for me, it's important that the Yankees, shout out to Bonesy in the building. The Yankees start this season 4-0, right? You're sending a clear message to the rest of Major League Baseball. The team that finished the season last year, the 2023 Yankees, is not the team that you see right now on the field. When you look at the Arizona Diamondbacks, 82 and 80, they made it to the World Series. The Yankees are going to go into Arizona tonight and keep that same type of pressure. I got my guy Future backstage. I'm gonna hold him back there just for the next 15 minutes. I'm gonna bring him up around the open panel for 5:30. But we're just gonna keep rocking out. Swifty says 82 and 80 was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Willie Calhoun, Billy McKinney getting regular at-bats with Luis Severino and an injured Carlos Rodon getting innings is insane.
But can we just for a second, and it's the last time I'll ever bring it up, heck, can we all admit, though, for 1 week, we did enjoy going, he banged! Oh, we did. All right, but I'm glad we don't have to see it anymore.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
No, we definitely don't. Shout out to my guy, Rod Thompson in the building. Rob, what it do? Salute, salute, salute. And I want to take that time. We got 100 people rocking with us right now. If you're on Instagram, if you're on Twitter, kindly reshare this. Jump on over to YouTube, hit the like button, and hit that subscribe button. For who? For your boys, as we rock out to talk about the New York Yankees. We have no lineup as of right now when it comes to the Yankees, so we're just going to keep cruising right now.
Oh, heck.
What's up?
That picture, and I saw that Damon fell out again.
It's good.
That pitcher that we just traded for. Well, okay, Damon's back. That pitcher we traded for, he's actually Kirk Cousins' cousin.
Really?
Yeah. So
say that. Hold on.
Jake Cousins.
Say that again. Say that again. I don't say that again.
Jake Cousins.
Okay, first cousin.
Kirk Cousins' cousin.
Cousins.
Okay.
Okay.
So the cousins are cousins. The cousins numbers though for his career, 3.08 ERA. Last season he only pitched 9 innings, held a 4.8 ERA. Gave up 5 runs, 1 home run. So nothing to write home about. But
so that means he's gonna have a sub-2 ERA with the Yankees and Matt Blake. So that's what that means.
Listen, if he's got the Kirk Cousins gene, that means he's gonna be able to do really well to the playoffs and then not show up. That's okay. We can use him during the season. All right. I'm sorry, Kirk. I had to throw a little shade, a little bit. All right.
A little football talk don't hurt nobody, right? A little football talk here and there don't hurt nobody. I want to talk about 2 guys. Oswaldo Cabrera, right? Amazing opening weekend. But another guy who we traded for, who adds a different type of swagger, who carries himself differently, who prototypically most fans wouldn't say that's your New York Yankee. And that's Verdugo. Nice segue with the chain right there. Alex Verdugo, the way that he has changed this clubhouse is making it fun down there for the rest of the other players that are in that dugout. I got a clip right here. This is from the post game. We heard that whole famous quote. We got some dogs over here. So I'm going to just play this real quick, and we will be right back, as they say. Okay.
Clark just said all 4 of these games almost felt like it was a playoff atmosphere. How would you describe the intensity in the 9th inning?
9th inning was obviously, electric. You got the home team. The Astro fans do a really good job of, making it really loud. So it was one of those things, man. Adrenaline was definitely flowing. It was a very, very close to like that playoff feel. So for us, adrenaline was hyped and just trying to do anything we can to kind of make the play.
Kyle Tucker ball looked like it could be a tough get. Just take me through it. Any doubt in your mind as you were approaching it, you're going to be able to get there?
Yeah, that one I felt pretty good on. Had a good jump, had a good route to it, and that one was kind of like lofted a little bit higher. I mean, it was still low enough to be a little bit in between, but coming off this series from the ones that I've kind of just missed or just tipped off my gloves, that one I felt a lot more comfortable going to. The other ones were a little bit more of a do or die full layout. That one I had time to kind of do a basket catch.
Prior to that, were you holding your breath on that Alvarez ball that just went foul?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I was running to it. I knew I had no chance getting to the line. And as soon as I saw a hit on the left side, and I just threw my hands up like foul. And I see DJ throwing foul up too. And I was like, yes.
Seems like you've been around like crazy in left field there in the series. Does it feel like that?
Absolutely, it feels like that. Yeah. That first game, or with Rendon pitching, I had like 12 in the first 5 innings. I was grinding, but no, honestly, it's been a lot of fun. I look forward to making the plays and trying to help out our pitching staff. And even those tough ones that didn't go our way, you got pitchers and everybody giving me positive affirmation, letting me know like, hey, we love that hustle, we love that heart. So it makes me go out there and want to just keep working harder and make the plays for the guys.
Alex, after Torres gets on with 2 outs and Juan is coming up, is the feeling on in the dugout basically it's inevitable he's going to get somebody in?
You feel good when he's up there. I won't lie to you, man. You feel really good. It's he's one of those guys that he's just special, man. Doesn't matter lefty, righty. He's the way he controls the zone, knows himself, and doesn't let the moment get too big in any moment at all. It's very impressive, and it's something that, man, I'm happy that he's on our team.
What did you think of what he did this series in total, offensively and defensively?
I mean, dog. You know what I mean? Like, let's just put it like that. He's a dog, bro. Like, I can't say nothing else. It's just we're dogs out here.
I'm gonna throw it over to Celso. We are dogs out here. I think we need to get a graphic made. Go ahead, Celso.
You know, look, first thing I'll say is, was it just me, or is like the minute the kid shaved his face, like I liked him more. Like I was like, yo, this kid could hang out with like my sons, right? Is that weird? I was just like, oh, I like this kid. Like he just looked like somebody I didn't like before, right? But we talked about like him alone, what he would bring to this team, right? And we thought he'd be that dog for us as well. So to hear him as well talk about the rest of the guys and that Soto effect, guys, we're seeing it for 4 games. Yeah, I mean, if there's any, we went into it, it's so all those questions. Oh, is Soto going to be everything they want? You know, oh, is Soto going to want to be on the Yankees? Shut up. You saw it this week. Okay. 4 games. He played amazing. When he's out there and you see the way him and Judge interact and the rest of the guys, they're having fun, but you can see that they have that you can't F with me kind of attitude when they're out there too, you know? Yes. So, I mean, I'm excited. And I think Verdugo is going to be a big piece for us too, man. I like the kid.
I just want to say, to my Met friends that are out there, I got a lot of friends that are Met fans. My guy Al Centron, my guy Anthony Rivera, my mother, she's a diehard Met fan. So all my Met fans that are out there, the New York Yankees started the season 4-0. You guys started 0-3. Why in the world would Juan Soto leave the New York Yankees, where you see him having fun? Granted, the season's not over. We got 158 games.
Yeah, but you just say that shit with your chest. We're 4-0. Do it now. Do it.
We are 4-0. Why would he want to go to Queens when you didn't even have when you look at that locker room over there? The New York Mets are going through a mess right now when it comes to Pete Alonso and everybody thinking he's a cancer in the clubhouse. Francisco Lindor, the fans booing him on the opening weekend. You got players that are throwing and being dirty with your team, and you're not sticking up and defending your guys. Why would Juan Soto want to go there? And on top of it, you guys are going to probably lose Pete Alonso this offseason.
Oh, yeah.
Damien,
they're losing.
I throw it over to you. And if you guys are Met fans in the chat, just know I love you. At the end of the day, it's all hugs and kisses.
We're sorry for your pain.
It's okay. I mean, it's only been since 1986 that they won a chip. So
don't unsubscribe because I'm giving you a fact check. I'm sorry.
Oh man. Listen, man. Juan Soto is not going anywhere. You can see it all over his face. He's meant and built for the Bronx. Point blank. Period. He wants to be in Memorial Park. The only thing it's going to take is for them to agree on a dollar amount. And you know, Soto's going to do something compared to what Altuve did. Altuve was like, listen, I'm not going anywhere. So get me the number and I'll sign the contract. Soto's not going to be any different than that situation. When it comes to Verdugo, listen, anytime you're in a horrible situation, whether it's a bad relationship, whether it's a bad team, whether you're going at it with your mother, your father, your teachers, you're miserable. And when you're miserable, you can't learn the same. You can't compete the same. You can't do anything the same. So with Verdugo coming out of that situation in Boston, which was clearly toxic between him and Cora, him coming to the Bronx, being welcomed with open arms, everybody welcomed him. There was no shade. Everybody's welcoming everybody with open arms. And give a shout out to Aaron Judge, because Judge is the leader of that whole situation. Judge has made Soto feel comfortable. He's made Verdugo feel comfortable. Yep. He's made every and any singular person that's come onto this team feel absolutely comfortable. So yeah, Judge is not hitting right now, and all you guys talking ish about Judge not hitting, best believe he's gonna be there. But what he is doing, he's putting this team together. He's a captain, and that's exactly what we need Judge to do right here, right now, especially bringing Soto back next season.
529, 600 on base percentage, 765 slugging, 4 RBIs. Juan, so do you guys remember the last time the Yankees acquired a superstar, an all-star, this level of Juan Soto that was impactful? The first A-Rod wasn't even this impactful. Not even A-Rod. Games with the Yankees. I'll throw it over to you, Sels.
No, talk about impact, right? I mean, I'll bring up Knicks, for instance, bro. He's like the OG Anunoby, right? Like you saw the immediate impact OG had. It's the same thing with Soto.
Yes.
Look, I said it when I was on the Yanks Brew. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, or whenever we were out there for spring training. What up, Shanti?
Shanti.
And my thing was, once the season started, I was done with the Soto's going to the Mets conversation. I love that it worked out that we went 4-0 and they had the shit start that they had because they set themselves up for it. You guys made this the talking point as your fan base for months, and now you've got nothing to stand on. So it's like, okay, you had your time. Enjoy. Listen, it's more fun to talk about your dance team than it is to talk about Soto going to the Mets. Okay?
I haven't heard one peep.
Yeah, you know, so it doesn't make sense. Listen, I never talk a lot when it comes to the numbers and all that. It's not our money, my money. I don't get it. What does my heart want? Yeah, when you made that trade, we all went into it with the please bring this man here forever. He belongs here. We didn't say bring him here for 1 year because he belongs here for 1 year as a rental, right? So let the season play out and do his thing. But if it's cool with you, Heck, I want to touch on what Dave was talking about. Aaron Judge. Right? Everybody's going to look at Aaron Judge isn't hitting. He's not bad. Hello, we went 4-0 against the Astros and Judge didn't show up. Why not talk about that? That Judge didn't have to be the guy who carry our asses every game like we always need him to be for 4 games.
Bingo.
People also don't want to talk about the fact I will take an Aaron Judge sack fly any day because you know what? We know he's going to make contact. If he's not striking out and he makes contact, it's either going over or it's going to be a super pop-up all the way out there. But you know what? We got guys that are going to be on base now.
Absolutely.
Give me those sack flies and RBIs all freaking day. So the fact that Judge hasn't even been activated yet, yes, it's only 4 games, but it's 4 games against the Astros without Judge showing up. How you doing?
Exactly.
Come on.
Oh my God.
How could you not be excited?
2 things wanted to talk about from this weekend. We went from a team that last year and the years prior, we were a team that was sitting back waiting for Aaron Judge to come through and save us towards the end of the game. This is the team that if Aaron Judge went hitless, if Aaron Judge didn't have an RBI, you could put it in the book as an automatic loss. So the fact that Judge, he had a few sack flies, an RBI, and double this weekend, and we still swept the Houston Astros, a team that's been to the championship series, the ALCS, for how many years in a row? That is setting a tone for the season. And again, got to shout out. First of all, shout out 2 people, Celso and Sierra. Shout out to skinny Giancarlo Stanton because Giancarlo, not only did he have that home run, but he had that line drive he put into left center field yesterday. And he was able to run from first to second. He got a double, and then he was able to tag up and go from second to third on a ball.
Wait, say that again. He tagged up. Say it.
Stanton, he tagged up from second to third on a ball that was hit to center field, and he scored the first run of the game. That don't happen last year. That don't happen the year before. So credit to Giancarlo Stanton. He had his worst season last year. He made a conservative effort to lose the pounds and to make himself thin Carlo, like Sierra puts it. And thin Carlo we trust. And it's looking good so far. Granted, it's a home run and a double. Whatever we get out of Giancarlo Stanton, it's always a plus because this is the first time since we've gotten him. He doesn't have to come into the season as being the Robin to Aaron Judge. Now, Aaron Judge is the fucking Robin to Juan Soto.
Facts. And Stan has never started off the season hot anyway. We all know Stan's a streaky hitter. It's going to take Stan 25 to 30 ABs, if not maybe 10 more, to get exactly where he needs to get to. So before the hate starts on Stan, listen, appreciate what we got from him. The guy's going from first to he's getting doubles. He's tagging up, and he didn't pull a hamstring in the middle of any of it. So, rejoice, enjoy the season. For all those who are finding any little thing to nitpick on this team, listen, we just swept the team that's gone to the championship game the last 6 seasons in a row. So enjoy that. Let us marinate on that, and then watch everybody else come to form. Judge is going to be informed. G is going to be informed. Rizzo already starting to look great. Guys, just enjoy it. Enjoy it, man.
Yeah,
we got over 150. We got over 152 people rocking with us right now. If you guys can, please smack that like button and hit the subscribe button for your boys as we rock out on the debut episode of the Yankees pregame report over here at the Morning Brew Sports. I'm going to throw it over to my brother, my business partner, my guy, Celso Porto, because April 15th, Celso, You got to tell the people what is April 15th for those that don't know in the chat.
I love how he be segueing me. I'm like, where are we going with this conversation? Way to line it up there, Hector. April 15th is our 1-year anniversary, bro. Right here with this channel. Bananas. To think we're 2 weeks away. Setting little lofty goals. Let's see if we get an extra 1,000 subscribers in 2 weeks, right?
Let's see.
It's just a number. Who cares? Just try. But stay tuned. We're planning a big, epic, full day event. 12 hours of nonstop every show we have. A lot of things in the work. So tune into that stuff. But I'm going to segue back to the Giancarlo conversation because one, I promised you on the Yanks Morning Brew, or wait, it was the last hot stove episode or whatever it was, that when he was hitting that home run, I was coming back just giving you some of this.
All right, we got an HR meeting to discuss the shit that you be doing on screen. Shout out to my guy Jason from 161, my guy Gio from Unpopular Opinion. Anna Marie is in the building. Amanda Arnold is in the building. Amanda, how you doing? Damian, he a real one. He absolutely is. I love my guy Damian Serrano. Who else we got in the building? Oh, we got our friend Jonathan. I'm going to always say happy birthday to Jonathan. Davey Ham is in the building. My guy Damien, how you doing? And then my guy Future, I know you backstage, my guy. Just hold on. I'll bring you up momentarily. He's just ready
back
to
there
rock
dancing and shit.
He's
giving us one of these. Like he's going nuts back there.
Yeah, but no, like Celso said, in a couple of weeks will be our 1-year anniversary. Right now, we're at 4,029 subscribers, and we appreciate each and every one of you guys that decided to hit the subscribe button and join us fucking lunatics over here at the Morning Brew Sports. Shout out to every other content creator that works with us, that does work on our channel. My guy Damien, my other co-host TC Stills for the Yanks Morning Brew, my brother Phil Porto, who's not here right now, but he's always here in spirit. Of course, Jerry Ferrara, our co-host for the Knicks Morning Brew. And we got some great shows coming down the line. We got a Mets show on the channel with our guy Al Cintron from WFAN, my guy Anthony Rivera from Subway to Shea, and of course, everybody's favorite lunatic, our guy Eddie Presti. Go ahead, Celso.
That was beautiful, man. We should shoot that shit like an infomercial, Damien.
Absolutely.
Like Hector in his suit. What do you got going on today? Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm taking baths regularly now, bro. I'm getting shape-ups regularly now. I feel like a brand new person. It's called growth, people. Man. All right?
Absolutely.
Damien, you mentioned on Stanton that he's very streaky, right?
Yeah.
Even think about it. Even at 14 at bats is what I think he's sitting at, right? Right. The
What's
fact that he already had a home run and a double that close together, that already tells you he's already in rare form.
Exactly.
Because usually it'd be like, here's that home run, and then another 20 bats later, maybe you get that double. Maybe.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But
people are talking about how bad he looked in some of these swings. That's always been Stanton. Whether he was MVP Stanton, whether he was first season with the Yankees, 38 home and 100 RBI Stanton, or whether it was last year Stanton, he's never looked like he's Edgar Martinez on the plate.
He's always looked like a Superman caricature that the artist didn't know how to get the hands to work right.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So he's always like,
absolutely.
But
whatever we get out of him, accept it. Whatever we got out of him, embrace it, because Stanton's out to prove something, and he's gonna prove a lot of people wrong this season as long as them hammies can stay intact. So can we set it up, because you do it better than I could.
I'm gonna step down.
Copy.
I'm gonna step down. I'm gonna let Future rock with you guys. Are you doing open panel?
I'm not gonna do open panel right now for the first episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna let Future rock with you guys for a bit, and I'll produce backstage. All right.
All right. Oh yeah. Appreciate you, brother. All right. So I'm bringing my guy Future.
I missed him already. What's good, boys? I missed him already. Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, Future, we here. Give us your take, my guy, when it comes to this weekend, and then we're going to do a quick dive in tonight's matchup. I got the 2 pitchers ready to go, but Future, give us your take for this weekend, bro.
My take of this past weekend, I lost my mind. I'm gonna be honest with you. I could not contain myself. I mean, from Soto doing insanely well to Oswaldo Cabrera like I look, I know Soto one
Hold on,
player of the
before
week.
my fault. Before you do it,
Good
okay. I see a lot of people getting pissed off in the chat. All right, I do the open panel. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. I'm putting the link in the chat right now. I do apologize. So when it's the open panel, you can set it up and bring people up.
Give the people what they want. Give them what they want.
I'm sorry.
People want
I
what they
got
want.
Jonathan texting me. I got Chris texting me, cursing me out. They want the open panel. Go ahead, Future.
Let's go.
Okay, but what's it called? But like Soto rightfully deserved. He rightfully deserved player of the week, and there's no doubt in my mind. But underrated, Oswaldo Cabrera. He was the one person I was not expecting to lead the team in home runs, but just show up in like the most clutch moments. Like Soto brought us a lot, and Soto did a lot for us this series. But a lot of that couldn't have happened if it wasn't for Cabrera. He had 3 games in a row where he hit the tying run. I mean, like Soto and Cabrera were like the dynamic duo that we want Judge and Soto to be. Now, I'm not worried about Judge. And yesterday, even though he didn't really get his hits rolling, he was hitting the ball hard. He was robbed by Altuve yesterday. He hit that ball 114 off the bat. He was taking Altuve with him. I was surprised Altuve didn't go to the outfield. Like, Judge is slowly getting back to it, and he's getting his timing down. I would not be surprised, and I'm going to call it right here. He hits a bomb today.
Say it.
Don't be shocked if Judge hits a bomb today.
Say it.
Do not be shocked.
I mean, let's face it. He missed, 20 to 30 at-bats during the spring. So
he missed 9 days. He missed 9 days of spring training. He's slowly getting there.
And I respect people's critique when it comes to Aaron Judge, but let's take a second and let's celebrate what's in front of us right now. And what's in front of us right now is a team that was able to sweep the Houston Astros with Aaron Judge having some offensive struggles. Yes, we can critique Clay Holmes in the bullpen. Yes, we can critique Aaron Judge not stepping up and helping us out. But let's celebrate what we have right now. And what we have right now is a team that is 4-0. We got a guy who just won American League Player of the Week, hitting over 500 in his first 4 games for the New York Yankees. And I like where the team is at right now. I'm going to kick it over to the open panel. I got some guys backstage. I got some folks backstage we're going to bring up so we can get everybody's take, and we'll be respectful to everybody. I'm going to bring up Sarge first. I'm going to bring up my guy Chris. I got Jonathan, and then I got Caputis back there. I bring you guys up as you guys appeared in the queue that's underneath me. So I'm bring up my guy Sarge right now. Sarge, let me get a thumbs up. I got the thumbs up from Sarge right now. Give me 1 second. Oh, hold on, because I be pressing stuff, and I'm not so. There you go. My guy Sarge, what it do? Yes. That was perfect timing. First of all, Sarge, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, I love the hat. Thank you for your service, like always, Sarge.
Absolutely, thank you.
People.
You said it once, you don't have to say it again. So you're all good. You're in for your one. So, but got to run the cavalry Stetson today. So, Damian, nice to see you in a house and not in a car.
I know. It's different. It's different. Everybody's like, is that really him?
And heck, losing the weight, man. Shit, I saw myself on the show the other day. Man, I look like the fucking creature that ate old Sarge.
No, never.
No. My way.
You looking good, Sarge. Listen, I drink water all day. I cut out all the sugary drinks, and I go to the gym. Elliptical. I do about 6 miles a day. Feel me? I started off with 3, but I build it up to 6.5 a day. Hold on. Somebody just left.
Future just go away?
Future will be back. He just got to reconnect. We'll wait for Future to come back. But Sarge, let's obviously we won tonight's game. I mean, we won over the weekend, but let's get your thoughts for this series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. What's your prediction so we could get everybody else involved into the convo? Go ahead, Sarge.
I want to see them take the series 2 or 3. I would hope that that's the case. If they get 1, they're going home 5-2. I'll take it. For Luis Gil, like I was telling you gentlemen the other day, as far as the pitching rotation with Cole being out, that only one of these guys has to be great. The rest just have to be good. Well, we got some good this weekend.
Yes.
I'm hoping that Heel goes out tonight, and he's not worried about going back down, pitch limits, inning limits. Although so he just goes out there and pitches with his ass on fire, and blows Arizona away. So that's what I would really like to see. But hopefully Judge will come to life. I can't imagine that you're going to slow down Soto at any point.
No.
Yeah, just everybody doing and contributing. It's like, okay, this is like a quick glimpse back into the 90s this last weekend. Hopefully they can carry it forward.
Sarge, last question before I let you down and bring up the next person to join us real quick. When it comes to Juan Soto, what is the contract? What are you comfortable with the Yankees giving Juan Soto this offseason? I know it's very early to have these conversations, but fuck it. We're going to have these conversations. I don't care what anybody says. What's your thoughts, Sarge?
Well, my bold take is that it's already done. Not that they're going to extend, but for Soto, the way he's in now, he's the most intense left-handed hitter we've had since Paul O'Neill. He sees it. He's part of this team. And I think that Soto sees the Yankees as probably the only team with the talent in the system where they can lose Verdugo, Torres, Rizzo, and still bring in the great players and pay him. So it's done. It's a question of dollars at that point. As far as the dollar amount, I could see them going to 700. And if you're bringing up Dominguez and Spencer Jones and all that, then the money's going to be there. On top of that, they should have the money to get him and Chase a Corbin Burns.
Yeah, they definitely should. The New York Yankees, they got $97 million coming off of the books this offseason. So, put that aside right there. That alone can get you Juan Soto in a top pitching arm in the free agent market just by itself. Sarge, appreciate you like always, my guy. Thank you for rocking out with us on a debut episode. And he got that beer. It's happy hour somewhere in the world, right, Sarge?
All right, gents. Have a good one.
Later, Sarge.
All right, we're going to bring up the next person to join us right now. I got my guy, Chris N. from Yankees Pod. Chris, let me get a thummy wummy. My guy, Chris. Chris, salute. We got Josh Hart's evil twin. Chris, talk to the people. You're muted, Chris. There you go.
Usually, I would have the mask off by now, but I'm putting a couple extra hours at work today.
Get your money, dog. Get your money.
You know it. Listen, real quick, right? I got to salute Damian, man. Like, every time I come on, he's either stealing my thoughts or spitting some facts. So, shout out Dame. Because this is what I wanted to touch on, what Dame said, right? So, Soto's in San Diego, right? You got Tatis, you got Machado, you got, you had Snell there. It's a whole bunch of alpha males. Everybody wanted to be the boss. Everybody wanted to be this my team. That's not Judge, baby. Judge said, listen, I need the help. I'm not going to be the man to say, this is my team. This is our team. I'm welcoming you with open arms, my brother. Like, I would love to do this alone, but I can't. This is a team thing. And you can see it, like, and again, like you said, right? Judge's struggles. But that's cool because that's the point of having a Soto. That's the point of having a Verdugo, and getting some of the signings that we had. So, a shout out to Judge, man, because, again, he's a slow starter. He's going to pick it up. But the fact that he opened his arms to Soto and said, listen, it's not just my team. This is our team. That goes miles. Like, that goes for miles right there. So we got to give Judge a little more credit when it comes to team building, right? He went to the Yankees brass and said, bring him. Bring them. Where other guys would be like a little skeptical about it because they want to be the man, right? That's not Judge. So, yeah, gotta show some love to our guy Judge. And
definitely. Give us give us your talk with Birdie on Oswaldo, and then let's get at your prediction for this series against Arizona.
So you know what? I'll get to Birdie real quick. I'll just say that stop in the ninth was DJ, right? That's DJ. It's like that move that they made 2 days prior saved that game. They don't make that Birdie move. No offense to Cabrera because he's been on fire, but he maybe doesn't make the throw. He can maybe make the stop, maybe not the throw though. Yeah. So that was great. Again, shout out to Cabrera. But I want one more point before I get to Arizona is Clark Schmidt. Houston comes out, right? They lost 3 games in a row. You don't think in their mind, we're not trying to get swept at home. They came out probably with the intention, like, we cannot get swept at home to open the series. and he still shut him down. You know, Clark Schmidt has gotten a lot of backlash and a lot of bad talk about him. But ever since last year, that second half where Cole kind of put him under the wing, he's been way better. And that's a game that he gets shelled if Cole doesn't take him under the wing.
Yeah.
He showed up, kept that Houston lineup at bay to where we were able to come back. We were able to take the lead, and we were able to win that game. So I got to show Clark Schmidt some love, because that's a game that, again, that Houston lineup, I'm pretty sure came out with the intentions to beat him up, and they didn't. Like, my man showed up.
Like Sierra in the chat, shout out to Clark Smith. Sierra, that's somebody that Sierra's been pushing hard for the past few weeks when having these conversations in Yankee Spaces on Twitter and stuff like that. And if you guys aren't on Yankees Twitter, what are you doing with your life? Join Yankees Pod, join Sierra and my guy Ghost and Hitman later on today between 7 and 8, Monday through Friday. Come join the community. Chris, last take before we let you go. Let's get your prediction when it comes to Arizona real quick.
So last night, right, Easter, I'm cleaning up, company's leaving. It felt so good to sweep the house. Why not do it again, baby? Let me go out on a limb here. And say, let's do it again. Do I see a sweep? No, I see 2 out of 3, though. I do, because this lineup, again, like you guys said, right, Glaber didn't show up. We still won. Judge didn't show up. We still won. There was some struggles there. We still won. There's no reason to think that, again, like you guys were saying, right, if Judge does pick it up, if Stanton continues to pick it up and get better, Glaber gets a couple hits in the series. Soto, let's take 2 out of 3. Let's take 2 out of 3 out there in Arizona. I like their team, but again, I love our team. So I'm going to give all the confidence in the world. I won't go sweep, but I will say 2 out of 3.
Copy. Chris, my guy from Yankees Pod. Make sure you guys tune in. Chris also has a Twitter space that he runs Monday through Friday after Jimmy's. From 12 to 1 is Jimmy's, and then you can join Chris from 1 to 2 as well. Chris, my brother, catch you on the post games, me and you, but not when the Yankees play this late on the West Coast. I'm not trying to be up that late on Twitter Spaces. Twitter Spaces after dark, that's a different demon. I don't think I can handle that mentally.
Yeah. You know what? Let me tell you something.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Crazy after
I'm still not caught up on the lore.
Oh yeah, it gets a little too wild that night. But yeah, I feel you. Listen, brother, we'll set some things up. We'll get on these spaces after these earlier games, and for sure, all love, my guys, all love.
Appreciate you,
Chris,
bro.
love, brother.
I know my guy Rich. He put it in the chat asking if anybody's going to be at the game. I think he said March 9th. Rich, my fault. Put it in the game. Put it in the chat again so I could bring it up. I forgot to highlight it. And like you said, spaces. Future, I would throw it over to you, my guy. Before I bring up Jonathan and then Caputis and then Sunil, I got edit feedback there. The Birdie conversation, right? Oswaldo and Birdie. What's your thoughts on that real quick before I bring up Jonathan? Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring up Jonathan. Jonathan, just stay muted as Future is going. Go ahead, Few.
If I'm being completely honest with you, bringing in Birdie was probably the most, it was a amazing move to do. Like, he's a guy who can hit, and he's a great defender. Like, it's not like he's just some run-of-the-mill guy. He's a veteran player, and he knows what he's doing. Now, this is the first time I see him in full force, but it's really cool to have that veteran presence as well with all the young guys and also with this team. It's a good family storytelling sort of thing,
Yeah.
But even though I would have loved to have our Gold Glove shortstop out there, if Volpe did not have the stomach issues,
little poo-poo,
the Hershey squirts.
Yeah, a little. I hope he left a present for them in their toilets. Anyway,
there you go.
If Volpe didn't have his illness situation, do we win that game? It's like you know how baseball is like a game where you need to have luck on your side a lot, and you need certain things to go well. Yeah. It's like, I don't want to sit here and say things are going too well, but things are just playing out. Our guys are playing well, but things just went in our favor. You can't win a World Series without good players, good pitching, and without luck. You need luck.
And when you're doing well, that's when the teams that are winning are the teams that luck is on their side. Damian, let me get your take when it comes to Oswaldo and Birdie real quick before we throw it over to Jonathan to get his take from this weekend and his predictions for this series against Arizona. Go ahead, Dave.
I mean, we talked about it a little bit backstage. You know, Volpe being out, that put Birdie at third, put Oswaldo at second. I mean, at shortstop. I don't know if Oswaldo makes that play at third. So, you know, and I've been saying as well for some of these people who are kind of putting down that move. Listen, championship teams need the Charlie Hayeses and the Scott Brosius of the world. And John Birdie is one of those people. You have to have these people in order to win championships. Without Scott Brosius, without Charlie Hayes, we don't win those chips. Without John Birdie, we don't win that game. So I love the move. Again, if Oswaldo was at third, I don't think he makes that play. So, great move. Shout out to Birdie. Looking forward to have him continually, be that super utility guy behind us.
And, what happened?
I said it felt like a Joe Torre move situation. I know.
No, I was just going to say, I wasn't going to say Joe Torre, but it felt like an old school baseball move. And when you look at Aaron Boone, I want to take a second and give Aaron Boone his flowers, because you get your flowers when you deserve it. And then you get a plate of crow when you got to eat that crow. And he definitely deserves his flowers, because you could tell that Oswaldo is a kid that he just likes. He likes Oswaldo. And Oswaldo, he is the definition of taking that opportunity and running with that shit. And he is running with the opportunity that was given and presented in front of him. You never want to root for injuries. DJ LeMahieu came out. He has a fracture in that foot. I'll be dropping a video to talking about it, but he has a fracture in that foot. Oswaldo, he's here. He is taking that opportunity. He's running with it, and hopefully he can win that job over Birdie. But if Oswaldo struggles, it's good to know that you got a guy in Birdie that you could throw out there who has that type of defense, who can impact you on the bases with his speed, and who could get a clutch hit here or there. When he got that hit yesterday, one of the first people to text me was one of my Met friends and said, "You see, this is why I'm happy Birdie is out of the National League East, because he used to kill the Mets when they faced off against the Marlins." I'm going to throw it over to you, Jonathan. Jonathan, let's get your take on this weekend, and let's get your predictions when it comes to the D-backs. Go ahead.
Well, the Yankees sure know how to bounce back when they're down late in the game. That's one thing they never did last year. So I think the addition to Soto in their lineup, just the presence is like
it's felt.
Oh, it's like almost enlightening when you see him in the lineup compared to last year.
There's two players that I've seen that had that much of an impact on the lineup that makes the lineup better, top to bottom, them just being in that lineup. One is Juan Soto, and the second player, don't kill me, but Yoenis Cespedes. When Yoenis Cespedes was healthy with the New York Mets and with the Oakland Athletics, he made that lineup better, top to bottom, just from his presence, his ability to get clutch hits, his ability to get on base. Granted, injuries came, caught the best of Yoenis. He probably had a 2-3 year period of being at his best. Juan Soto has been that type of player from the beginning of his career until now. My fault, Jonathan.
And do you think that this year so far what you've seen from Juan Soto reminds me of a prime Jeter, where he was always clutch whenever he needed a hit, he got a hit?
Yeah, it's and then he was up against Josh Hader, who is supposedly the best, if not one of the best closers in all of baseball. The big offseason acquisition. He kills left-handed pitching, and what did Juan Soto do? He stood back. He waited on that pitch, and he didn't try to swing for the fences like Luke Voit would have done. He didn't try to hit a 20-foot home run. I mean, a 500-foot home run like Giancarlo Stanton would have done. He went oppo field to left field, and that's Juan Soto.
I think a game like that will continue throughout the year and will only reinforce the Yankees' position to sign him. And if the Yankees, for some reason, don't re-sign him, then the fans will be knocking on the door, calling for the house head.
He's going nowhere.
I'll be the first person. Me and Damian in the future will be at the stadium with the guillotine outside on 161, waiting for them on the Grand Concourse. Jonathan, let's get your predictions for this series against Arizona and your thoughts for tonight.
Well, Arizona will be a very tough team. I think they will make Yankees work. But at the end of the day, I have the Yankees winning 3-1, winning the series 3-1.
My guy
But
Jonathan.
it won't be without hard work.
Oh yeah.
My guy Jonathan, appreciate you like always. I would see you in these Twitter streets. I'm gonna let my guy Jonathan down to bring up the next person. But Daniela in the chat, shout out to Daniela who says Juan Soto just looks for opportunities to score. He's not out there chasing home runs. Absolutely, Daniela. I'm gonna put a star on that one. That is a 5-star comment right there from Daniela. Daniela, let us know if this is the first time in the chat. And if this is Daniela's first time, welcome them to the familiar. But I'm gonna bring up my guy Caputis right now. Caputi, let me get a thumbs up, you handsome son of a bitch. You, I better see a smile on Michael.
Smile on you,
Caputo, I better see a smile on your face. The
Yes,
Yankees
sir.
are 4-0 to start the season. Caputo, tell the people how you feel.
I'm very, very happy.
Hold on. It's Daniela's first time. Welcome, Daniela, to the Brew Crew familiar. Welcome. Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's. I'll be going to Caputo. I'll let you give your take. While you're giving your take, I'm going to be throwing some moderator wrenches into the chat for some new people that's in there. Go ahead, Caputo.
Yeah, I'm extremely happy with the start of this team. We got off to a fast start. That's exactly what we needed. And Juan Soto has been huge for this team. It's just what we needed. And they're not a home run or bust team now. It's all contact hitting, and they're getting huge hits to win these games. And I couldn't be more than happy. I mean, what a way to start the season. They're off to their best start since 2003. This is amazing. I mean, this team is well, what could you say? I mean, I think they'll take 2 out of 3 with the Diamondbacks. They might sweep the Diamondbacks. It's very possible. But this is really exciting times to be a Yankee fan. I can't wait for Friday, opening day. This is I love the swag and the grit this team brings. Soto, Verdugo, they've been great. And I just like to see Judge run into one tonight. He's got to get it going.
Caputo, let me get your thoughts on Stroh.
Stroman was great. Thought he was
Okay. Okay, great, man.
Schmidt had a good game. The only
Yeah.
pitch that wasn't really good was Nestor Cortez. But beyond that, their pitching has been very solid. Their bullpen's been great. The offense took a little long to get going in those games, but they came back. I mean, they came back. When you think about it, they came from behind 4 times against the Astros in Houston. You never seen that. That was last year's team that they were going to lose that game. But this team they hit different, man. It's just different. It's a different team, way different. And I think this team has World Series aspirations. You know, I think they have a great chance this year. I mean, they have to win it this year, Hector.
Man, I'll tell you what, Caputo, if you were in front of me, I'd give you the biggest damn hug right now.
I was about to say, we had Caputo say we got Caputo shouting out Marcus Stroman.
That's why I asked
he
him.
said was not a good pitcher. Should have never been picked up by the Yankees. The time has changed. The New York Yankees, we are different. I want to shout out a few people. Amanda Arnold just made you a moderator. Welcome to the mod squad. Sierra, my friend Sierra from Twitter, welcome to the mod squad. And my guy Swifty, I had to give him the moderator status. Welcome to the mod squad, my guy Swifty. And shout out to all of the moderators and everybody that helps us keep the chat clean. Because the one thing that we do over here, we allow every fan to be a fan. We never tell people how to fan or what their fandom should be. The only thing that we ask for is that people are respectful for those that are in the chat and people that are on the panel. So I appreciate all of the moderators that we have to let us continue what we're doing and helping us clean everything else. We got Erica in the chat. I'm throwing a moderator status on my friend Erica from Twitter. Shout out to Erica and shout out to my guy Crackle Nuts in the building. Crackle Nuts, I'm making you a moderator as well. It's like Oprah. You get a moderator status. You get a moderator status. Everybody gets a moderator status as long as you're respectful to everybody that is in the chat. And then, of course, I got to give one to my guy Future, who is in the building as well. Caputis, let me get your thoughts, predictions. Arizona Diamondbacks, how many games are we taking this series? And then I got to drop you down and bring up the next person to join the conversation. We got Sunil backstage, NFE, and I got Brownsville, NYK. I'm going to get to all of you guys after Caputi. Go ahead.
All right, what the hell? They'll go 7-0.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about,
okay.
Caputo.
Okay. Caputo, yes.
I just figure, what the hell. I mean, 2 out of 3, I'll take that. But the way this team is going right now, yeah, I mean, sweep, why not? Oh, yeah, shout out to you, Damien. I wanted to say hi to you, too.
Thank you, my man. Thank you, my brother.
Caputo,
I appreciate it.
you like always, Caputo. I'll see you out there in these Twitter streets. That's my main man, Michael Caputis. I can't wait to go to a few games and catch some games with my guy Caputis. I'll get to Damien and my guy Future in a second. I just want to get to everybody for the open panel because we appreciate everybody that joins us. It's a great part of the conversation. NFE. Let me get a thumbs up, NFE. Let me know if you're ready to rock. Yes,
I'm
guy,
just waiting
NFE.
for the lineup to drop. I'm just scrolling, waiting.
No, I was just about to ask you, did the lineup drop? Let me as soon as the lineup drops, you let me know, and we'll throw it over to you to read off the lineup. My guy NFE, how you doing, my guy? Salute to you, brother.
What's going on, guys? What's
NFE.
going on?
NFE.
What's up, brother?
Chilling. Enjoying
Go
my
ahead,
day.
NFE. Give us your thoughts when it comes to this weekend. Again, I hope you had a fruitful Ramadan as well, brother. And let's get your prediction as well when it comes to Arizona. But let's reflect on this amazing 4-0 start. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Ramadan is still going on, so I got like another 9 days or so. But it's going really good. So thank you for that. As far as this past weekend, wow. I'm at a loss for words. The Yankees did something in these 4 games that they did not do in all of 2023. So, they came back from behind and won. They came through when it truly mattered, made some great defensive plays. I mean, what more can you ask for? It's a night and day difference with this team. And as far as the series here against the Diamondbacks, I'm gonna say 2 out of 3. The Diamondbacks, they're a tough team. They're gritty. I think they're going to be a pain in the butt for the Dodgers, especially in that NL West, man. They're going to be a complete pain in the butt. So watch out for Arizona. But I think the Yankees will take 2 out of 3. I think Luis Hill is going to pitch well today. I'm very confident in him. I don't know. I just feel really good about this whole Yankees team right now. It's just I have nothing bad to say. A couple of bats need to wake up, but it's fine. I'm not in panic mode. I know some people, like you mentioned, were like complaining about Aaron Judge. I'm not worried about Judge. He'll turn it around. And I've been saying it as far as Soto and what he's going to get in the offseason. I mean, I've been saying it, and I'm probably wrong, but $600 million for 12 years.
Okay, I've seen other people, and I know a lot of people. They like to critique L.I. Yankee King, right? And they like to shit on L.I. Yankee King on Twitter. But he put out something earlier: 16 years, $720 million. That's $45 million a year. Could that be in the realm of possibility? Absolutely, because if you look at the contracts that are given out, he is 26 years old. That would take him to his age 41 season, right? Aaron Judge right now, when his contract is over, he'll be in his age 41 season. So do I see a world where the Yankees can offer Juan Soto a contract that is $20 million more than what Shohei Ohtani got? Because we know Scott Boras, he see what Shohei got. And I get it. Shohei is a two-way player. I get that. But Juan Soto is also a generational hitter, right? When you look at the numbers he has put up, he's in conversations with Ted Williams, with Barry Bonds, with Babe Ruth. That don't come lightly. You just can't get Juan Soto. They just don't fall off of the tree. So offer him a $720 million to us folks that can't even fathom what $1 million look like. $720 million does not seem that far of a stretch. NFE, I'll throw it over to you one more time. I know that, again, you got your shows that are dropping. You're still going live Tuesday mornings and Thursday mornings at 10 o'clock?
Yep, still going live at those times. And I was going to say this Thursday, I'm going to go on a little bit earlier just because I have something going on. So I'll probably go on a little bit earlier. I'll let you guys know in the group chat.
No, I was going to ask you because I was going to go because it's opening day. I was going to ask you. I was going to go on earlier around like 10 o'clock. If you go on earlier, that works out perfectly because we don't cross into each other. I was going to go on from 10 to 11 so I could be at the stadium early and like grabbing some content.
Oh yeah, that's
Wait, so Thursday is opening day?
No,
yeah, at
Friday.
the stadium. No, Fridays.
Friday.
Friday's opening day at the
Friday.
stadium. Matter of fact, never mind. Forget everything I just
I'm
said. I just
like,
got my days mixed up.
You just scared the hell out of NFE.
No, it's Friday. Never mind. Basically, erase everything that I just said. Never mind NFE.
no, you're all good. Yeah, with that number that Li was throwing out, I mean, it's not necessarily far fetched, but I'm thinking that Soto is going to get an AAV of 50 million. That's what I'm thinking he's going to get. It only makes sense, for a player like that. I just expect him to get 50 million AAV. That's what I'm expecting.
Facts.
Okay. NFE, my brother, appreciate you like always, my guy. I'm going to drop you down and bring up the next person. And yes, I will be at the stadium this Thursday all by myself. Okay. All by myself. Sunil, my guy Sunil, he is doing the Juan Soto shuffle over there. There you go, Sunil. Let the folks see the shuffle. There you go. And also, Future was doing the shuffle at his softball game this weekend. Shout out my guy Future. I didn't want to share the video. If you want me to be a dick, I could be a dick and share the video, but I'm not going to. Okay, because I appreciate you and I like our friendship so far.
It was fun trying it out. It was pretty cool to do. I ain't gonna lie. Granted, we got heavily blown out because like half my teammates. I mean, it was fun. My teammates are not baseball players, so it was a new experience for a lot of them. But honestly, it was fun trying it out. I got on base way too many times. I'm gonna be honest with you. I felt like Soto getting on base.
Send me an invite to one of those games. I'll show up. I maybe bring my glove. And
Were you the intentional walk?
No, but I saw a total of like maybe like 3 strikes that entire time. Maybe 3 strikes. I saw more balls than strikes.
Sunil, I want to throw it over to you right now, brother. Let me get your take when it comes to this 4-game set against the Astros, and of course your predictions against the D-backs. Go ahead, Sunil.
Well, let's go by the numbers here. The last 6 games the Astros have played in meaningful ball. Actually, let's take that to 8. That includes the ALCS Game 1 in 2023. At home, the Astros are on an 8-game losing streak. 4 to the Rangers, 4 to us. And then if you also take a different perspective, the last 7 games we've played head-to-head, 3 last year in September, 4 this year. We're 7-0 against Houston. At Houston, nonetheless.
Okay.
So that shouldn't come as a surprise. I mean, we've got better players on this roster, obviously by a country mile. We had Jason Dominguez, who basically hit the first pitch you saw from Mr. Kate Upton, over the Crawford bleachers. So it should be no surprise what we saw. That the Yankees continued their winning ways, albeit in very different fashions this year than last.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I'm right there with you, especially when you look at every game going into that 6th inning. The Yankees were trailing going into the 6th inning. Every game that we've come back and we've won, we've been able to come back and score after the 6th inning. Last year's team, we weren't doing that. And I said this earlier in the show. How many games did the New York Yankees play last year? And we were trailing into the 6th inning, and automatically in our head, that's a loss. Like there were games last year we're facing mediocre pitchers, journeymen with a 4.50, 5-point-something ERA. But against the Yankees, they got a no-hitter going into the 6th or 7th inning. They got a perfect game after 5 innings against the New York Yankees lineup. When you got Willie Calhoun, when you got Jake Bowers, not the other Bowers from 24, but when you got all these guys who are career AAA players and your lineup for the New York Yankees, you cannot put out good results. And this is a different version of that team this year. Again, the Juan Soto effect is felt from the top of the lineup to the bottom of the lineup. Everybody is having great at-bats. Yes, you have some guys jumping ahead and going after the first pitch, but besides that, everybody is having phenomenal at-bats.
Yeah, exactly.
So no, let's get your prediction when it comes to this series against the Diamondbacks, how many games we taken. And Erica in the chat says they call me the Korean judge. Erica, I got to see you on the softball field then, if that's the case. I got people saying we got the softball games. Am I going to get invited to a softball game? I got Rich Rivera setting up softball games in the chat, and nobody is. No, they call me the Karen judge, not Korean. Karen judge. I'm sorry. That's crazy. That's crazy. New York City public education at its finest. Sunil, go ahead, brother. What's your thoughts on this series against the D-backs?
So we're facing a pitcher with who pitched to a 5+ ERA last year. So be careful about what you said about how this team fares against pitchers with 5 ERAs.
I know. I gotta watch my mouth.
It better not rear its ugly head this time.
I guess I gotta watch my mouth and clean my glasses because I couldn't distinguish the difference between Korean and Karen.
Korean, tomato.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I like you to know. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. So we're facing a pitcher with an above 5 ERA finish last year. We got Heel on the mound. I'm a little skeptical here, but then we also got to face Zach Gallen tomorrow, who's their ace, and after that we get Merrill Kelly. So that's basically how the Arizona pitching lines up against us. With that being the case, I mean, nobody saw the Houston sweep coming. Everybody was like 3 out of 4. This Arizona team on opening night, granted against a very weak Colorado offense, they had a 45-minute bottom of the 3rd inning, scored 16 runs, and in the pitch clock era. Yeah, so much for
crazy.
There's so much for trying to, drop the game timings and cut it down. When you have innings that go 45 minutes long and you don't have a commercial break, it's like you've watched basically a quarter of Dune 2 right there. Dune 2 was like 2 hours and 45 minutes. You basically watched the last 45 minutes at a stretch.
I can't sit down long for that amount of time without having to go to the bathroom. So I'm good with those type of long movies. Sunil, appreciate you like always, brother. I'll catch you out here. 2 out of 3 from my guy Sunil. Appreciate you, Sunil. My guy Devon in the chat, Nolan, says this is going to be a real tough series. Again, I'm not trying to just downplay the Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm not trying to just downplay them. They were in the World Series last year. So I want to put some respect on their name. But I'm going to still stand 10 toes down, and I'm going to still keep that same energy. I want the New York Yankees to go out there and put a beat down on the Arizona Diamondbacks. I see we got Brownsville NYK backstage. Brownsville, if you can, turn your camera on. I just need a thumbs up. I gotta verify that you're a real person and not a troll before I bring you up on the open panel. I see Celso came back from backstage. Oh, Brownsville NYK. Let me get a thumbs up. Okay, he's good. Brownsville. You can keep your camera off. I see you out there. Brownsville NYK, welcome to the open panel for the first time, my guy. What's it do? Just gotta unmute yourself, bro. Oh, there you go.
Yo, peace and love to the panel, man. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, absolutely. Sir. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for coming up.
Yeah, man. It's my first time on the show, man. So great show. And look, man, I'm excited for Yankees baseball, man. This guy Juan Soto, like the energy is infectious, man. What he has done to this team is remarkable. You know what I'm saying? And the player that he reminds me of, and I'm not talking about play style. I'm just talking about the infectious energy, right? I have to go all the way back to the young Ken Griffey Jr., right?
I like
back
it.
when he was with the Mariners, and like the energy that he played with, how it infected the entire squad. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm seeing for Juan Soto, man. Like, he has completely reinvigorated this team. And look, I'm so excited as a Yankee fan, man. I don't know what to do, man. Oh man, listen, I want to know, man, like what are our chances of re-signing this guy? Like, I don't see a world where he doesn't stay a Yankee forever, but you can never say never. And I don't know what's going on with, you know what I'm saying, the front office or whatever, but I want to get y'all opinions on, like, what is the percentage that he ends up re-signing with us?
Yeah, no, definitely. And we was talking about it a little bit there. Appreciate you. And I'll keep you right up here. And for me, I said it, I don't mind that 16 years, 720, $45 million a season. Throw in some opt-out clauses, an opt-out after the 5th year, an opt-out before he turns 30 years old. Whatever you got to do, if you got to bring up that blank check and ask him what he wants, you do that. Juan Soto, we haven't even seen him in Yankee Stadium yet, and we're this excited. Future, go ahead, brother. Let them know. Go ahead.
Yeah. So when it comes to our chances, it really just depends on how he falls in love with this clubhouse. At the end of the day, Juan Soto's a generational talent that everybody wants. He is he is the one guy that everybody wants, but keeps getting moved around too much. You know, like the Nationals traded him because of probably financial reasons. The Padres traded him because of financial reasons. He's a great guy. The Mets are going to be on him. The Dodgers are going to be on him. The Orioles, now with the new ownership, are going to be on him. The Yankees are going to be on him. All the top market teams are going to be on him. So really what it comes down to is us as fans and how the season plays out and how he falls in love with the clubhouse. And right now, the clubhouse vibes are immaculate. You can see it with what Stroman was posting on his Instagram stories, with the other pitchers, with the way Verdugo is just out here and he just feels so alive. The outfield doing the things they're doing. Soto was getting pumped up over a regular season game. Now, I know we're all Yankee fans who are pumped up, but it's like it felt like a playoff atmosphere.
Yep,
this series felt like the playoffs to us. Like and also like felt a little bit that way to the Astros too. But it's like we came from behind and fought. And it's like you can see the passion in Soto. It's like, let me put it to you this way. Statistically, the beginning of the season is always Soto's worst time. It's statistically the worst time for him. And right now, this is the best he's played in the month of March. Now, we haven't seen April yet because April literally just started. But statistically speaking, this is his best time here. So I don't know if it's just because he's on a contract year or because he feels like he's on a team that he can be himself and feel alive. The team is alive. So that plays a big part. So our chances are high, but you can never say never. But I do know for a fact, when it comes down to it, if because the thing is, the way it works with the Yankees and signing free agents, especially like when it's our people, we don't normally go the extension route too early. We usually see how they play out first before we start talking money. And Hal and Cash said that they're going to go into he's going to go into free agency, but they have already discussed with Juan Soto and they love him. So to me, our chances are high. Right now, they're high.
Yeah, especially after the first 4 games. Damian, I want to get your chance to answer our guy Brownsville NYK for that one. Go ahead, D.
90% chance. And the only reason I don't give it 100% because it always got, some things that always kind of work themselves out. But it's a 90% chance. And the main reason that I said before is because of Aaron Judge. Soto's never had somebody on his level of a playing field like Aaron Judge welcoming him to his clubhouse with open arms. At this point, Soto said it even when he signed, he said, I knew Judge was a good dude, but I never knew how great of a dude this guy is. Yeah. So when the Aaron Judge factor is a huge factor. The money is a factor, but not really, because let's again, we all know Yankees print money. So it's never going to be about money. It's going to be about Juan Soto's his comfort, which he's already shown in this short amount of time. The guy is absolutely in love with this organization. No one can tell me different. And again, the winning matters, obviously. He didn't win in San Diego. He won in Washington his last season, or the season right before he left. So as long as we make the playoffs and he gets that taste of the BX, the Bronx, the jungle during playoff time, he's going nowhere, because the energy in the Bronx is like no other place in baseball. It's like no other place in American sports. So Juan Soto's staying in New York. 90% chance. I'm only giving 10% just because I got to, but 90% chance.
Yeah, I'm with you as well. 90 to 95% chance for me. Brownsville, NYK. When it comes to this team, bro, and you gotta let us know if there's any games that you're gonna go catch some Yankee games. Let me know because I like to go to as many Yankee games as possible, and I always like linking up with anybody that shows up and support us. But Brownsville, NYK. Any last questions before we let you? Oh. And that was it from Brownsville, NYK. I guess he cut off, but that was a dope question, right? Appreciate him for that question.
Absolutely.
Oh, here he is right now. I'm gonna bring him right back up. Brownsville, NYK. There you go, my guy. Sorry about that, but no, appreciate you, bro. And like I said, thank you for the question. If there's any games that you're going to be going to the stadium for to catch the Yankees, let me know, bro, because I like to link up with a lot of the fans and a lot of the people that support us. Any last questions before we let you out of here, my guy?
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, great show. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. But I'm really, really, really excited, man. As for this series, we got the young kid going, Hill, tonight. I'm hoping for the best, man. I know he's really young, but hopefully, man, he does have some filthy stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing him perform well, man. And what I'm really looking forward to though, Aaron Judge to show up this season. You know what I'm saying? I think this series is gonna be the Aaron Judge.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, my guy. And again, just know it is open door policy. Anytime you want to come back to the open panel, appreciate you, my guy, for joining us. Celcito, I'm gonna throw it over to you before we wrap things up to get out of here, bro.
I'm ready to see the kid pitch. Right, another game where questions get answered. Right, we all said we got to see what this bullpen can do with Cole out. So tonight's his chance to step up, man. You know, Damien and I, we spoke a little briefly on it. For me right now, I think the best start so far was Stroh, you know? So here you go. The bar's been set. Go do your thing tonight. If we can get another one that's going to go 5-6 innings, guys, we're going to be in good shape. And a lot of these questions and concerns about the pitching, we're going to walk out possibly with the same smile Caputo had, okay, with a 7-0 start, okay? I would like to say, for those of you in the chat, you have seen the evolution, okay, of Capoots, all right? Because I've never seen him smile so much. But he's one of those guys where you've got to appreciate that when he goes in, it's because he's passionate and really feels. And a lot of times he's accurate, right? And that's why you can give him shit and he'll give it back to you. But there's a lot of things that he hits on that when you're done, you're like, yo, Caputo might be a little right. You know, you don't want to admit that shit, but you know what? We're 4-0, and I'll admit that shit. Capoots, great to see you smiling. Future, my guy, appreciate you rocking with us, bro.
Always
excited. The hardest thing right now, Heck, is how many times do I call you to make sure I stay awake for the game tonight, right?
Yeah, these late night games, bro. I know I stay up late, bro, but it's like some of these late night hours, and like I said, Yankee Twitter Spaces after hours. It's a wild west. That shit is wild, bro. But no, appreciate everybody for showing up. Before we get out of here, we gotta do a little gambling segment over here. If you're gonna go out there, whatever app you use out there, always bet responsibly, right? Thank you so much, Celso, for dipping out. Always bet responsibly. Never bet over your head. Always use your brain and not your heart at the same time. When you look at the Yankees versus Diamondbacks, the Yankees are favored in this matchup, and with a over and under of 9.5 runs. I'm going to go with the over that just because it is Luis Hill. It's probably going to come down to the bullpen. It's in Arizona, and Arizona is always a hitter-friendly ballpark. I'll throw it over to you, Damien, to get your take, and then throw it over to you, Future, over and under when it comes to the 9.5.
I'm going over on that. Absolutely. For the very reasons you just said. But I think it's going to go over because Luis gives up 2 runs, and then we smashing the Diamondbacks tonight. So I got us at 8 tonight.
Nice. Future, I'm going to throw it over to you. I know your mother may not allow you to bet, you know, when it comes to the casino, but bet responsibly. If you ever go into bet, please take my advice. What do you have when it comes to the over and under of 9.5 runs?
I want to say I'll probably take the under. And
okay,
I'm gonna be honest. I might take the under on this one. Look, the D-backs, like I am like I sort of look at it this way. Last year we faced the D-backs and beat them 2 out of 3 with a bad New York team. So now that we actually have a good New York team, do we still beat them? Now, they got hot and went to the World Series. You can never take that away from them.
No.
And honestly, the Diamondbacks, they've been in a rut and they showed up and started to play well. So I got to give credit to the boys in Arizona. But if I'm going to be honest with you, I know for a fact that this team can definitely spark up. Because look, the Astros made it to the CS. Yeah, they got killed at home because, you know, they can't win at home. But the thing is, we fought. It's not like we went in there and dominated the Astros, even though we did, but we had to fight for those victories. We fought for that. It's not like we went in there and claimed it from the start. And and the thing is with this team, it's very different. It's like they have a checklist on how to deal with each team. For the Astros, they knew what they had to do. They executed. They swept the series. Now they got to now I feel like they're turning the page. Okay, this is what we have to deal with the National League champions. How do we approach this? How do we go about it? How do we win? Oh, by the way, also, I was looking at the matchups tonight. Soto owns the guy who's pitching. Just saying, he owns him. So there's that. And Birdie also hits off of him. And I don't know who else hits off him. I didn't see. But look, we know we know we're dealing with a strong lineup and we're dealing with a strong pitching staff. They're a World Series contending pitching staff as shown by last year. But I do believe that we have a very strong chance. Could we take 2 out of 3? I do believe. But it's going to be a fight. But I do feel like there's a small chill in my bones that we might sweep. But I do know that it's not because we dominate, it's because we earned it.
No. Yeah, absolutely.
No, and like you said, like the first 4 games, it had that playoff atmosphere to it. Hopefully the Yankees can translate that into the series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Stay with that pressure. According to ESPN Analytics, the breakdown is the matchup predictor. New York Yankees are favored in this matchup 52.4%, and the Arizona Diamondbacks are at 47.6%. You got a lineup for us, Few?
No, I don't have a lineup, but I do have breaking news from the MLBPA.
Go ahead.
This was dropped by Jeff Passan. The MLBPA executive director Tony Clark's salary jumped from $2.25 million in 22 to $4.25 million in 2023. Per the union's LM2 filing, free and unlocking. All right, yeah, it's just a big salary raise on Tony Clark.
Okay, well, shout out to Tony Clark. I always support unions. I'm a union guy myself. Dad, shout out to you for getting that pay raise. But like always, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Drink some water. Say something nice about your neighbor. And until next time, it's deuces. And we out of here. Deuces.